Hey folks, welcome. My name is Riao Draws, and I am a beginner artist focusing mostly on animals and creatures. You can find me on many different platforms, including Twitch, which are all linked in the description below. This video was originally going to be about how much social media sucks as a newbie artist, and essentially a total whine-fest. But after the recent discourse on social media in the art community, I had a change of heart, and I discovered some things for myself. So instead, this video will focus on what you can do to keep yourself sane and healthy as an artist on social media, and have a healthier relationship with social media. With a little bit of ranting about Instagram on the side, maybe, but we'll get to that. So the very first thing you need to know about most social media is that it was not made for artists. Instagram, Twitter, and Facebook being the big ones. There are logarithms in place that are used for advertising and businesses, and those logarithms require you to post more often, post frequently, and because of that, you're more likely to get seen on top of people's feeds under recommended and searches. As a newbie artist, this is horrible and horrifying. You're trying to learn, and it's a strain to feel like you need to put something out at least once a day. You see all these other amazing artists posting their finished work, and you have some sketch you feel is the worst thing ever for 2 days' effort studying a reference. If you're trying to beat the algorithms, it's okay to post that sketch. If you're just trying to slowly grow, then I would recommend only posting something you're happy with. That's a secondary point. Be okay with small growth and small follower counts. As a newbie artist, and I am sure someone is going to jump on me for saying this, your skills may not yet be at a point where you can attract a lot of attention. Our job as newbie artists is to learn, to grow our skills, and get better at this thing that we're passionate about. While a follower count may not always come with skill, it will definitely be improved by it. Your work will get more notice. Do not let follower count guide you on how good your art is, nor let it ruin your drive to do art. Social media, because of its likes, followers, etc., can make us feel as if we're unwanted, or as if our art isn't wanted. There's a problem with that train of thought. It all depends on what you post, when you post it, and how well you utilize hashtags. For instance, you can have one piece that you're so excited about that you post it as soon as it's done, at midnight, and it gets a grand total of 2 likes. Well, you posted it at midnight. Most people don't scroll through their entire feeds until they're caught up. So you got missed. Even your friends didn't hit the like button. That's the nature of the beast, sadly. And if you base your self-worth, or your artistic worth, upon it, you will doom yourself to a miserable existence and probably give up on art. So, what about growth? How do you get noticed on social media without it becoming the be-all end-all of your life? First, post at the good times, when traffic is high. The numbers differ, but there are schedulers out there to assist you, and many posts on what the good times are. For 2, utilize hashtags appropriately. There's again many discussions on this. Thirdly, interact. Don't just post your own stuff and expect everyone to like it. Treat social media as a community. Comment on other people's art. Build relationships. And the fourth point, follow trends. For artists, that means posting fan art that's currently popular and doing draw this in your style challenges. Pro tip on the draw this in your style challenges. Do not get offended if the artist does not retweet or repost your art. If they are an especially large artist, they may not have seen it. Or even if they have, it may not be of a quality that they want to share with their followers. Now, that's not saying your art is necessarily bad, but don't forget, we're all playing this social media game, and artists tend to only work with things that are going to keep their follower counts going up, which means reposting or working with art that is on par or better than the artist is posting. I know this one used to irk me too, thinking that larger artists should boost smaller ones, until I had a good think about it, and I realized why they may not want to. I promise my rambling will end soon, but there are a few more points we need to go over. This is more about having a healthy relationship with social media than growth, but it can affect your growth as well. If you're having a bad day, don't post about it on social media, especially if you're trying to gain followers. Don't go off on rants. Do not bully or put other people down. Don't trash your own work or post with your work what you think is wrong with it. Why? Well, for one, future employers can see all of this, including clients. I know that's that thing that goes around that says, hey, don't post about that party that you got sloshed at last night on social media because your boss can see it and you called in sick so that you could go to this party. It's like kinda along those lines. For two, be a more positive influence on social media. This will gain you more followers as people are tired of the negativity they deal with in the news and other media outlets. They're looking for something else. They're looking for something good. Also, help each other out. Repost useful tips you see and resources. Kindness pays out in dividends, folks. And remember, above all, you can take breaks from social media even as a newbie artist trying to beat the algorithms and gain a following. In fact, you should. It's better for your health. Oh, and one more little thing. Don't go down the rabbit hole of my art is better than this person's art and they have more followers than me. You know what they did? They played the artist's social media game better than you. That's all. Now, during the recent discourse, I did pick up a few small other tidbits that may assist you in learning a little bit more about social media and helping put your mind at ease. For one, if you're trying to get a job in the industry rather than just doing freelance commissions, the large resounding answer to if you need a big social media following from the industry pros is no. If a studio likes your work when you submit it, then they're not going to care if you only have 2 followers on Twitter. And remember, if you have advice given to you from other artists on social media, or maybe they're just posting generic advice, take it as a blanket statement. It is not, unless your name is in that post or it's a reply to one of your posts directly aimed at you. Nor are the statements within likely to completely apply to you either, especially if it's just some generic tip. You need to parse that out and be able to figure out what actually does apply to you and your process. Alright, now I'm gonna do the thing I said not to do and go on a small rant session about Instagram and why I hate it. Which was going to be the original title of this video. I promise it's not about follower count. But it is about the way Instagram functions, especially for digital artists using a computer. Why, oh why, can we not have the ability to just post things straight from our computers to Instagram via the website? Yeah, there are ways around it, I know, but you lose out on features like multiple image posting in the same post. For me, as a digital artist that works on PC, the process I have to go through to get something on Instagram if I want a multiple image post, I need to post the images to my Dropbox, then go to my phone, export it all from Dropbox to my phone's drive, then post to Instagram using the teeny little keyboard on my phone, which I'm not a fan using because I do have a repetitive stress injury, and using my thumbs to type things is not pleasant. It can cause me strain in my hands and wrists. But I hate it. I hate this process so much. On Twitter, I can just drag and drop. But it's one of the things we must deal with as an artist trying to grow on social media. Instagram, your technology limitations are irritating. So there it is, folks. A bunch of pointers and tips and a little rant about how to stay healthy and try to grow as a newbie artist on social media. I'm sure I forgot some things and other discourses, like focusing on one social media platform or another versus spreading yourself out. But I'm just as sure if you are really passionate about your art and you absolutely must have a follower count, you will go and do the research on this yourself and make your own decision depending on your situation. But disregarding that, I hope that this was helpful to some of you. But remember this. I love you all. Be safe and be kind to each other. And get creating.